Are we live? Looks like we are live. Give me 1 second. Um, I just want to listen to the audio over, see if this is going well. Before anybody just jumps in. Let's see. All right, looks like it's going well. All right, just listen to it. Okay, so nobody's on the stream yet. I'm gonna advertise this a little bit. Okay. If nobody gets one, I'll still go on. All right, give it 15 more seconds. Um. Okay. All right. So, not 1 year ago today. When let me look this up because I actually forget when I posted that video for the very first time. Scroll down. It's 2019. So I announced the Pop Culture Kid movie on what was the date? October 26th of 2019. I announced the Pop Culture Kid movie. So basically, what I want to do today is I'm going to discuss the Pop Culture Kid movie 1 year later. I'm going to start from the beginning of production all the way to the end of production when the movie released. So I'm going to discuss the story. So what originally happened was me and my friend Paul, who plays Lockjaw in the first Pop Culture Kid movie, and he also plays a couple other characters. He plays more characters than I do, I think. In the first, he has more credits in the credits. We were writing a movie called Reunion, and you can even probably find trailers of that on YouTube, on this channel. That's like Reunion, and like I think it's just like Reunion trailer. It's originally supposed to be like a buddy comedy between two friends who left each other when they were young, came back together, had a reunion, and then like there was this big like gang conspiracy theory or something, and it was an interesting script that we wrote, but I only wrote like half of it, never finished it. And I kind of just lost interest in it. I was like, I don't think I could do this. It's too much work. And when was that? I'm trying to remember when this stuff happened. When was that? Reunion. Coming in the summer of 2019. And I announced this in February of 2019, which should tell you that we probably shouldn't have done that because that is a short amount of time to get a movie done. Anyways, that whole project kind of fell through. We kind of just gave up on it. And I think it was in October of 2019. I'm thinking like, wait a second. I'm known as the Pop Culture Kid. Why don't I just make a movie called the Pop Culture Kid movie? And I was like, I should do this. Now, to be fair, when I first put out that teaser trailer, I don't think I even had a plot. I just knew that it was going to star me in the movie, and it was going to revolve around my YouTube channel in some way. So I posted that teaser. Absolutely nothing to do with the movie. If you've seen it, it's just the one image of me doing that Spock salute and holding a Ninja Turtle, which in the thumbnail, actually, the Ninja Turtle is like blended in with the space background because the Ninja Turtle is green and it was a green screen, which was my stupid mistake, but that's what happened. Um, so I post that teaser and I got some people excited, like, "Oh, we can't wait, man, we can't wait." And they're like, "When are you gonna start it?" I plan to release it in the summer of the next year, and that's not what ended up happening, but for actual reason this time, not just laziness. So everybody's like, "What's the movie gonna be about?" So then I kind of was starting to brainstorm, and I don't know where I got this idea from. I was like, "Wouldn't it be funny if I tried to make a movie based on star parody?" So if you guys have been with my channel for a long time, I used to post these really like weird videos called star parody, and it was kind of like this. Like, if you anybody thinks the Pop Culture Kid movie is not great, Pop Culture Kid movie is a masterpiece compared to what star parody was. Really kind of cringy. I was just filming my phone, and it was just like I filmed them in 5 minutes, no script, no effort, and just made them. And I made like 50 of them. I made a pop star parody movie at one point. Not a full movie. It was like a 10-minute movie. It was like because most episodes were only like a minute long. Um, so I thought, wouldn't it be really funny for my fans? Like, because I only have 300 fans, so like that's not really even any at all. But for this small amount, I was like, what if it was about me trying to get a star parody movie made, but then there was like this whole thing with like this guy who was trying to like give me a movie, but then like he backstabbed me, and then like in this whole thing. So I came up with that plot. I wrote the script. The original script was like 50 pages, I think, and the final script was like 60, so not that much more. Um, in the original script, most of the stuff is the same in the final movie. However, in the final movie, I'm horrible with memorizing lines, so it was basically the same stuff happened, but some of the lines might have been altered a little bit because I couldn't memorize everything. Um, so yeah, but like basically the general flow of it was the same. There was a couple different things. I had a friend who was supposed to be in it, and so me and him kind of drifted apart a little bit. So he wasn't in the final movie, so that whole scene was taken out. We didn't even film that. Okay, and the other thing is in the original script, Matt and Lloyd get to Hollywood by a plane, and we were going to use stock footage of just the plane flying to show them getting there. I think last minute, me and Paul, during the pandemic, we're writing the script again. We're revising some things. And he said, what about changing how they get to Hollywood? And I was like, what if I have a plush of Lockjaw, the guy from the Inhumans, a dog, that teleports, so they could just teleport him there. And I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. So that's what we ended up doing. We rewrote some things. So in the original script, there was no Lockjaw. Lockjaw was not in the original script. The final script that I had at first. So even before, I'm going to go even before that though, without even Lockjaw in the script, we started filming in February of 2020. Sean came over to my house. We filmed, I think it was, oh, shoot. The School's Out for Summer. We filmed that. And then we filmed the dinner, the dinner scene. Like, I want to go to Hollywood, and then his mom laughs. That was the second thing we filmed. Then I think a couple weeks after that, me and my parents went to Smithville Park near us, and we filmed a scene of me hitchhiking. So like, and actually that's not, and like that whole montage scene we filmed that day too, with like a hanging on the tree falls down, stuff like that. And then like I run into my grandparents at the park who were just two older pedestrians that I run into. Film that. And we also filmed, you can see it in the original teaser with the I Need a Hero teaser of that song. I don't know my phone. I'm like, I'm walking for 3 hours. I still have no ride. That's not in the movie. That one shot, the line's in the movie, but the shot's different, and that's because when we filmed it, I was having some trouble because later, because it was like kind of hard trying to. Oh shoot, what am I gonna say? Like I guess cutting back and forth, like when I hold my thumb out, and then in the car, I would open the door, but then I wouldn't be in the same place when I opened the door, so we had to refilm that. Also, in the original script, Paul was never going to be Lockjaw. He was only going to play. He was going to play himself. He went by the name Daddy Kumo for a while on YouTube, and my friend Adam, who is also in the movie. So it's supposed to be him and Adam in the car, but you never see them. It's just their voices, and you just see me. And they're just like making fun of me, like, "You're the pop culture kid. We have more subscribers than you." And then they were supposed to throw me out of the car or whatever. And they get me halfway there about. Um, Throw me on the street, kind of like it is in the original. But in the final version, Adam is the only one there, and he throws me out of the car. Film that later. So I filmed that one shot of me holding my thumb out and get in, but like not me in the car. So we filmed 3 things during that. We were planning out things days during the school year in the summer to film. It was supposed to be released in July, late July of that year, and then March. I'm gonna say 13th because that's when everything happened. Schools were shutting down, and then COVID just took the world by storm, basically. And I was like, "Shoot, what are we gonna do?" Because when that happened, everybody's like, "It's only gonna last for like 2 or 3 weeks," and it went on and on and on. I'm like, "What am I gonna do?" It just we delayed it. I filmed some more things that just at home I could do by myself, like me in my bed and stuff like that, but just small stuff like that. And I think I released a clip of just me falling asleep in front of the green screen, like your danger, that the whole thing. Um, Trying to remember what happened next. And then I think it's coming towards July. In July, theaters are starting to open back up. I think Tenet had just come out back in theaters again, and I'm going to the movies all the time now. Then I only think I went once. I saw New Mutants, and then I just didn't go at all. And then I saw, I think, a couple way until July. I saw Black Widow, and I think that was when I'm starting to go a lot more now. But I was still like, okay, things are getting better. I think we could possibly start filming again. I talked to some people. So, what would you guys feel about filming in July? Like, because I had just been to a party too. My friend, going away party, who's actually in the movie, who voices Siri, was having a go away party. I was like, you know what? I think we could do this. We could film a couple more things. At least me, Paul, and Sean. And also in the original script, my friend Jaden, who at the end of the movie is the kid who FaceTimes me. He was supposed to play Mickey originally, but then because of COVID, I think his parents or something, he couldn't come for some reason. I forget what it was because of COVID, which I understand. But so I got my friend Tristan instead, and he played Mickey Mouse, and he did he did one of the best Mickey Mouse voices. I cracked up hysterically every single time he would do that. We got the mask and we started filming. It was a lot of fun. We got pretty much everything done from, I would say, the end of July to the beginning of September. We just filmed going, 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 going. We just kept on filming, filming, filming. And I think we had like so much done after that that I was like, okay. Beginning of September, I was like, I think I could put this out in late October. I was like, I think I can. Filmed a couple more things. My friend Lauren, who plays the fortune teller, had to come over. We had to just do her scene. It was only took one day. She did that. And the thing was, I'm trying to remember. There were some things, people that were supposed to be in the movie that I think either couldn't make it or something. So, like I said, Jaden was supposed to play Mickey, and then he couldn't come. Not dropped out, he did, but he couldn't come. So I was like, there's a bunch of people too who I want to be in the movie that couldn't be there. Originally, that park scene with the fight of us fighting was supposed to be like 10 guards. It wasn't supposed to be like just Paul, Adam, and Mickey, and Sean, who went over to my side. And it was so maybe Mickey doesn't even fight. So basically, just Adam and Paul. It was supposed to be like 8 guards. So I had like cast by other friends, some of which who aren't even in the movie. There's a couple of them I put in that ending, some of which aren't even in the movie. And in the credits, I even said thanks to everybody who was supposed to be involved but couldn't make it due to COVID restrictions and stuff like that. And things were changed around. Originally, trying to remember. Okay, so originally, like staying with that park scene. In the original script, it wasn't my mom who played the woman walking the dog. That wasn't in the script. Originally, as my friends Meadow and Eshika were supposed to play 2 girls looking at their phones and like I'm just standing there. And I think they couldn't make it. So even during the the ending with all the videos. I messaged him like, "Hey, could you send me just, like, real quick, like, a 30-second thing of just you saying, 'Where are you?'" and stuff like, and that's kinda how, and they're both in the ending, that's kinda how I got a lot of people in who couldn't make it. I basically was just like, "Well, I could make a video montage at the end, ask," but some people I don't think even responded back to me, which is fine, but I messaged, like, I think, like, 15 people, like, "You wanna do this?" Like, I mean, I'm trying to get people in, I'm like, "Do you wanna," even people I don't think I even casted. I mean, I was like, I asked a bunch of people, I was like, "You wanna do this? I mean, I could put you in the movie at the end," and some people did. I think, how many people were in that? I think it was, like, 7 or 8 at that ending. So, yeah, like I said, that was supposed to be the original scene in the park, and then they ended up being in the montage at the end. I'm trying to remember what else. There's some, I think there was some scenes. Okay, so in the final movie, everything we shot besides like that holding out my thumb, and it was kind of an alternate take of that in the final movie. Everything was in there that we shot except one thing. I might even make this a deleted scene one day. During the scene where me and Sean are holding out our thumbs, and then like Lockjaw says, "I can teleport you now," and he teleports us to Hollywood right away. There was a scene of me and Sean talking about remakes of movies because like it was we were trying to reference some movies in the like pop culture stuff in the movie. So me and him are just talking about movies, and we bring up the Lion King remake, and because Sean's character in the movie, like he says, he's hasn't been out in the real, what was it? He hasn't been out in the real world or something for 10 years or whatever. I think that's what we said. So he's like, I've seen the original Lion King. I was like, do you see the new one? He's like, what do you mean the new one? He's like, oh, I said, oh, they remade it. And he's like, why? And I said, and it was just the same exact movie again. And he says, like, why did they do that? I said, that's Hollywood for you. They just remake everything. Um, that's not in the final movie. We did not put that in the final movie. I might release it as a deleted scene one day. But I mean, besides that, I mean, everything we shot was in the final movie. Like I said, we pretty much got everything done. The end of that beginning of that September, we filmed a couple other shots. I don't remember we filmed. I think the thing with I did with Lauren was the last thing I filmed. I think maybe it was a couple like things I filmed at home that I did. I forget though. But pretty much everything was done. I think I remember posted a teaser like 2 weeks before the film came out that was 95% complete. All I think I had to do was I just had to put the music in, and like that week, because what happened was a week before I even premiered it, I premiered it with my family at home on like a big projector. So I had to get it done even before I put it out. I think the premiere was November 16th. I mean, sorry, October 16th. I premiered it for my family. So yeah, the week after would have been the premiere on YouTube. Um, I had to get it done in like a week. I just edited, and I finally had my final cut. Now the thing is, I didn't see the full movie edited until I saw it with my family, which was a horrible decision because if you watch the final movie, there's like a green part where like kind of just like blinks during one part, and I was like, I could have edited that out. But even that was a horrible mistake on my part. I should have watched the whole movie before I premiered it with them. Like I already knew everything that happened, but I should have watched it all the way through just like one last time because I knew everything that was in there and because I edited everything, but I was still should have been like, well, I should watch it one more time and see what happens. But I didn't, and I'm definitely gonna do that with the second movie. I'm probably gonna watch it a couple times before I even show it to people. So, which by the way, I'm gonna start discussing things about the second movie in a little bit. So what happened was, I think it was October 16th. I said I premiered it for my family, October 16th, 2020. Showed to them. I said, "You guys are gonna be the first people to see this. Nobody has seen this yet." I don't think anybody in the movie had even. I didn't show it for the second movie. I'm probably gonna hold a premiere with a bunch of people in the cast before I put it out there. I might even hold some special screenings for people. But I told my family like, "You guys are gonna be the first and only people to see this thing early." I was like, "You guys ready?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, let's go." I was so worried because I was like, I know it's just family and like they're gonna love it no matter what, even if it's terrible if they think. But I was still like, I've put so much work into this, and I don't know if you guys know this, I put 100 hours into this movie. It might not have been the greatest movie in the world, but still, with the editing, the writing I did, the acting, the filming, I was editing while everybody was back at the house, we would take breaks, which we're not probably not gonna do that for a second movie. We can't like take breaks because I'll tell you right one thing right now. The second movie is like 100 pages of a script. The first movie is only 50. So, and we've only shot like 25% of it. So we still got to film more. But still, for the first movie, there was like some days we would take like hour breaks, like at the end of each day, and they were talking and stuff. I would just be editing things together. There was times I would talk to them too, and I would talk to them a lot, but I was a lot editing, and I was like watching, filming, editing with them. They were giving me suggestions. They would say, "Hey, do this," and I would kind of change things around and stuff like that. Like the whole thing where it kind of cuts, like when they show them in the park, and it cuts to Matt's face, Mickey's face, Paul's face, and then Adam's face. It just like goes kind of just pulls out. That was their suggestion, like just cut really quick just between all four of them. Like it was originally supposed to be he opens his eyes and it's just all four in there. He's like, just cut like bump, 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 like that. Um that was their suggestion and stuff like that. Um so I'm still just sitting there. I'm like, geez, like how is this gonna play? And I was really relieved at the end they were all enjoying it. And it was my family I knew they were going to. And I was still they all enjoyed it, but still like the next week I'm like, I'm really worried about people are gonna think about this thing. And I mean, I got mostly positive feedback from it. I actually have on Letterboxd is an app that I use to review movies. Um and people gave it praise on there too. I actually put on Letterboxd. People liked it on there. People liked it on YouTube. And it was just a fun experience. It wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but it was just a fun experience to have that experience of working with everybody. I mean, that was awesome doing that. That's why I want to do the second movie. I told myself I would never do the second movie unless if I had a good enough story that was better than the first one. I always had the philosophy nobody should ever make a sequel to a movie unless you can improve something about it. And that's what I did with the second movie. So I'm done talking about the first movie. Now we're going to get into some new stuff. So right off the bat, for the 1 year anniversary of the first movie, the second movie trailer will come out today. It will be posted online about 5 p.m. I might even make it earlier. Actually, we will see. You know what? 2 p.m. We're going to put it out at 2 p.m. I think we could do that. 2 p.m. I will put the trailer out. Done. I'm going to change the time after this. I already have it set up. So yeah. It's a good trailer, let me tell you right now. Not as exciting as people might want it to be. It's we haven't shot, like I said, we only shot 25% of the movie. We haven't really shot anything we filmed a couple days with a couple people, but besides that, it wasn't that much. So we got to get together now. We got to start going. I also have a broken foot, which stinks because we were gonna film a lot on the first week of November because we have a lot of days of school that week. But I don't know what's gonna happen now. Maybe I could just film. Foot's getting a lot better, so maybe I could just film a couple things like. But I could be able to do some stuff like sitting down stuff. Hopefully, maybe like a couple things that, like I could have my foot out of frame or something. Which is weird because I'm gonna be limping, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I think you guys will like the trailer. It's set to a song. I think the song, when you see the movie, it's really fitting for what the movie's actually about and what the theme of the film is. I am extremely happy with how the script came out. I think it improves a lot on the first film and making it a little bit more mature, but still script than what the first movie or what the pop culture. But the thing is, like, they're just made for fun. Like, and that's what all it is. And I like that too, because like it's just fun with friends and stuff like that. I do try to write scripts on my own that are like more deep and more mature. And I would like to make one of those one day if I have some time one day become a writer. Hope to make some of those. Pop culture movies are just fun. They're fun movies. But there are moments in the second movie that it's a little bit more mature. There's more deeper themes to it. I think it's got a great theme about growing up and realizing who you are. And unfortunately, some of the things that might go through your mind that might make you think ways you should go. There's great things about friendship, and that's the heart of the movie. As you will see, it's just like, uh, um, just kind of like learning to move on because like Matt died, and like Lloyd's got to learn how to deal with himself and like what is he gonna do. And it's a great, 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 great script. I've read it. Me and my grandparents actually did a read for the first movie. When we finished the first movie, me and my grandparents read through the whole script. And we just all three of us, we just read different parts. Second movie, same thing. I gave him the script and we read it, and it was a lot of fun. It improves on a lot of parts about the first movie. I'm so excited. So I don't know if I think he's on to do this. I've talked to him. I think he's going to be doing the soundtrack. So I think I could talk about this. So I have a friend, Cameron, great friends with him. Really nice. I talk to him a lot. He does SoundCloud. He makes a lot of SoundCloud music. I used to make SoundCloud movies. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. They're not good, so I should not even put that out there. But he does amazing music. If he does a lot of remixes of rap songs and makes like rocks versions of rap songs and stuff like that. I asked him. I said, "Would you be interested in doing the second movie soundtrack?" Because my thing was with the first movie, I used a lot of royalty-free songs from the internet. The second movie is like, I wanna kind of have my own soundtrack, like a composer doing the soundtrack. And that way too, like, he could post it on his SoundCloud if he wants to, and he could put it up there for people to listen to. And I asked him, I said, "You wanna do it?" And he said, "Absolutely, I'll do it." And I was editing my first scene together that I shot, and I messaged him, I said, "Could you send me just like" it was like a very sad kinda dramatic scene. I said, "Could you send me like a sad honestly, you don't have to make anything for me." I said, "If you have a sad piano melody already made, just send it to me, and I'll just put it over the scene." And then he like 2 hours later, he's like, "I will make the whole thing right now." I was like, "How long do you want it to be?" I was like, "Oh, okay, 36 seconds." Made this amazing piano melody. It is amazing. And I edited it into the scene. Sent to me, he's like, "Wow, that's really good." And I said, "Yeah, it works so well. I think you did a great job. I can't wait to hear a soundtrack for this thing." What's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna make the movie, I'm gonna edit the whole thing, then I'm gonna send him a rough copy of like the whole movie without any music. And I'm just gonna say, "I'll help you through this. Like, what should we add over each thing?" It's amazing. He did an amazing job with that one piece, and I guarantee you he's gonna do an amazing job with the whole soundtrack. It actually, like, improved the scene for me. It adds a lot more depth to that scene that I did, and I absolutely love it. I was gonna put it on this stream, the scene, but I was like, I don't know if he wants the music posted yet in public, but I'll talk to him about that. Just out of respect for him, I'm just gonna not post it right now. And also, I might just keep it a surprise for later on during one of the trailers or something. Maybe I'll play some of the music he's made for it. Later, way later on, right before the movie comes out. Um, he did an amazing job with that though, and I can't wait to see what happens with the music. And I almost guaranteed he's gonna do an amazing job. Guaranteed he's gonna do an amazing job on that soundtrack. Okay, so the last thing is before the trailer comes out later today. In the trailer description, you can read a plot synopsis for the movie. I'm about to put out the plot synopsis for you guys right now. I'm gonna read it to you. Ready? Here we go. It's the plot synopsis. This is what the movie is about. I'm going to tell you this right now. Go. Pop Culture Kid Movie 2 plot synopsis. Now we can go. 1 year after the events of the first film, Lloyd is lost in life. He has been grounded ever since he came home from Hollywood. He's not allowed to leave his room, go out with friends, spend holidays with family members, etc. He is also still very upset over the death of Matt. Even worse, his really mean uncle visits him every week so his aunt can have psychological meetings with Lloyd. During one of these meetings, she tells Lloyd to write about his own utopian society and what would it be like. One night, Lloyd gets the idea to use a magic MacGuffin to make his own utopian reality come true, where he is the leader of the world. All of this happens, and he is now respected and loved by everyone. However, everything might not be as perfect as it seems, as something suspicious is going on that happens right in front of Lloyd's eyes, although he doesn't notice. Lloyd has to make a decision: protect the world for the well-being of others, or take matters into his own hands and potentially harm himself in the process. That is the plot of the second movie. The reason I did this plot is because with the whole MacGuffin and the whole other world, it allows me to do something different with the second movie. It allows me to not be confined or contained to what happened in the first one. I don't have to follow, like, I don't have to like have any characters come back or like have the same story progress. It allows me to do something different with it while still being in the same universe and still following a lot of the same characters and themes. It allows me to still be in the same world, same type of humor and stuff like that, while just adding a little bit more of another world to it that it allows it to change up a little bit. That's what my whole goal with this new movie was. And I'm extremely proud of this new movie. I think this movie's going to be great. Like I said, only 25% of the movie's filmed. We filmed about 30 minutes, and I guess it's going to be about 2 hours. Like this, like I said, the script is long. And it's probably final movie's not going to be probably 2 hours. Probably going to be shorter because I'm going to cut some things probably. But I cannot wait. So, last thing before I leave this stream. You're probably like, when's the movie going to come out? What's your estimated release date? It's not going to be by the end of this year. I can tell you that right now. I originally said late 2021. It's not going to, at the earliest, it is going to be mid 2022, and that's what I'm aiming for. Like June 2022 is what I'm aiming for right now. At the end of this trailer coming out later, it's actually going to say coming in the first half of 2022, and that will probably be true. Hopefully, June 2022 is what I'm aiming for. So yeah, that's the end of the stream, guys. Like I said, the Pop Culture Kid movie, it came out a year ago today. I am so shocked that it has been that long already. It feels like I wrote the movie just yesterday and announcing that. COVID slowing things down, kind of like making time feel weird, but yeah. All right, you guys. Actually, so I'm thinking about it right now. I'm going to change something. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. YouTube Studios. Let me just go here real quick. And I'm going to change something right now. Content. Premiere. Schedule for (1:15 p.m.). In the next 30 minutes, the trailer will be live online. Oh, shoot, guys. Oh, shoot. Next 15 minutes, guys, get ready. The trailer is coming. All right. That is all I have for you guys today. Next 30 minutes, guys, the trailer will be up and live online. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys later. Bye.